So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I just get the feeling that this could all rest on how much the team can get out of this fella, Martinelli. When he's on it, he's very sharp, very alert at putting pressure on his opponents, and he has explosive pace to get behind any defence.
He's had a shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Gasson certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Munoz. Guesson. And Munoz. Riyad. And it's Hughes. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he's there to belt it away. Plays a sharp little ball here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Calafiori. Sarr is the guilty party there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. So we're still where we started right now. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Shot could be on. Shot a goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And that has been slung wide. Wharton. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hughes. There he goes, motoring forward. Goes for a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Norgard. Zubimendi. Well, that pass isn't the best. Ødegaard. And Madueke.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Mitchell. Aimed beyond the defence. Pino's cross. He leaps for it. Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Mateta! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Lewis Skelly. Ødegaard. Hughes gets across and deals with it. Now it's Ødegaard. Played out to the left flank. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Out of play for a goal kick. Lacroix. And Sarr. Over to the right flank. Martinelli. Hughes And here's Mateta. Sarr. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Mosquera. Norgard, nicely spread. And it's made its way to him. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so...
Mateta! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Madueke. So, what can they make of this? Now it's Gabriel Jesus. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Madueke takes on his marker. And the shot! They've scored!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Crystal Palace finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Everyone, please welcome our players. Substitution on the field. Number 10, Yeremy.
So off we go again.
Number 7,
Crystal Palace can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Played out wide. Flashes, terrific effort. Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Crystal Palace come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And it's Hughes. And here's Mateta. Odegaard. Now this could be a chance. And the shot! That's a fair try, but just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Zubimendi. It'll be a throw-in. Now it's Odegaard.
Such good technique.
And he's in on goal. Decent shot! Off the post. Oh, good finish. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Arsenal are sitting. Mateta! Goal! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
After 58 minutes is number 4.
Just 1 in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Norgard. Good ball, good take.
The attendance for this match was
Arteta being
28,599.
hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Norgard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Hughes. He's on it, can he get away? Now, who's going to be first to this? Knocks it out wide, back where it came from. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Crystal Palace perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Hughes is standing over this one.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
Hughes! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Gabriel Jesus is onto this.
Pretty robust defending.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he has shown him a yellow card. He's having a good look here.
Yeah, this could well be defining when...
Hughes! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Mitchell.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Norgard. Madueke. Now it's Ødegaard. He has found the way through. Tries to pass it through. Oh, sweet feet. He has a look up. That's tidy. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Substitution in progress.
So this to pull level. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
The goal scorer after 82 minutes is number 14.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
And the shot! And it's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Number 29.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Nicely weighted ball. Looking for options for movement. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Out of play for a throw. So a bit of a revolving door here.
Substitutions taking place.
Lots and lots of changes. Havertz coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Odegaard, Martinelli. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Now that looks a decent ball. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, that's fabulous. And he shoots! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Timber. Saka. Could move up a gear here. Timber. Saka. Threads one in. Cross needs... Oh, good climb! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Odegaard with the short one. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, some of the players here are letting their emotions get the better of them. They do have to be careful. This must not be inflamed any further. Havertz! He's done very... And that will be it. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Arteta claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
Things already rolling. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Reinders! Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lacroix. Wharton. Stones promptly onto that, and that is that. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this fella Rico Lewis, Peter, is developing beautifully, because from the very moment he started appearing in the first team, he had a courage about him, a fearlessness. He always wanted to get on the ball. He never shied away from anything, and he was almost like a senior player, dominating, leading, insisting that things are done the way he wanted them done. And he's only going to develop that throughout the rest of his career and come on stronger and stronger.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Mitchell has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Bernardo Silva. Lacroix spots it and intercepts. Jeremy Pino chooses to go cross-field. And here's Mateta. Guesson. Well read, and the danger is averted. Lewis. Crystal Palace, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Now it's Foden.
There they go, hunting again.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now here's the delivery. Punched away. Reinders. Played out towards the right wing. Looking for the run. Now it's Pino. Semenyo. Now Lewis. Nicely spread. Now it's Semenyo. That's a throw. Semenyo gets a good foot in there. Semenyo really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that.
And the shot! He's delivered all right! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
After 32 minutes is number 14, Mateta.
Crystal Palace have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Ake providing an outlet on that flank. That has not gone well. One 0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Hughes. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Semenyo. Well, they can break here. Now it's Foden.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the keeper's given it away. Munoz. Hughes. Guesson. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And here's the chance to counter. And it's made its way to him. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Now it's Foden. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Bernardo Silva. That's it, 45 minutes up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Crystal Palace up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Crystal Palace just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good.
And please welcome our lads to the field. Substitution on the field. Number 34.
The second period is on the way.
Hughes.
Crystal
Number
Palace
7.
currently ahead by the smallest of margins.
Number 26.
Great
Number
chance!
28. Ducouré.
And the whistle's gone,
Number
presumably
18.
for offside.
Canada.
Richards. Crystal Palace, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Ducouré. And it's Kamada. It's a promising position. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And he's there to clear it. Not the most accurate pass. And now they can spring out of defence. Little pass back. Oh, shooting chance! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Stones. Now Semenyo. That pass isn't the best. And the return pass.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now, can they get him away? That looks a good ball through. Shoots! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was easy, almost too easy.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
After 59 minutes is number 10, Yeremy Pino.
Crystal Palace are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2-up.
997.
So we've reached the hour mark. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's Lewis. Lewis. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Crystal Palace are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Quickly taken, and he's picked it up out wide. That is... And the shot! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
Mitchell. Wharton. And it's Mitchell. Can he get it through? Foden has the space to scheme. That has ended up in no man's land. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
He's got away. There's getting up there, and it's hit the woodwork and out. The message is clear, none shall pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That's beautifully weighted. Mateta! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Crystal Palace have their second corner now. Ruben Dias gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Tries to play it through. Ake finding himself in space. Well, that is one way to stop him. So we have further activity on the bench here. So time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Skims one in. He's rising! Oh, good finish. Back within one. They have them in their sights again. Haaland at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Just one in it now.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Wharton. Oh, that is a good ball to find. Shot, surely! Oh, he's been caught up and he's following up! And that's a good finish. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Now the ball in. Doucouré. Wharton.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He is through here. Moment. And we're done. Crystal Palace are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Mateta picking up the Man of the Match award. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it's...
He's having a shot! Sarr. Spread to the right. Sarr. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, you can't really overlook the importance of Bruno Fernandes in this side. A lot of players of his ilk may be seen rightly or wrongly as luxury players, and he's anything but. A work ethic I've always admired, and he's still hard at it as ever.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Mateta. Now that looks a decent ball. Getsol! Well, now it's come back out to him. Goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Number 10, Jeremy Kino.
So, a breakthrough already. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Sarr. Quarter of an hour played. Getsol. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Showing good feet. Swings in across. It should be the goalkeepers, and it is. No, that's been intercepted. Crystal Palace currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Sarr, and it's Wharton. Wharton, this is promising. There's the delivery. He leaps for it! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Menu. And Maguire. Mount. And he's picked it up out wide. Ahmad. Getsol. Oh, they can break here. Dorgu. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, nice touch. Crosses it in here. And it's claimed by the keeper. Dorgu. Oh, nicely intercepted. Munoz. Mitchell. Sarr. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ahmad. And it's Bruno Fernandes. That's destined for the flank. Maguire makes the interception. Menu. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's Sarr. Great defending, strong and determined. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Knocks it into space. He has a look up. Getsol, shot at goal! Menu. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And Burmo. Riyad with a definite foul there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Menu. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Spread it left. And he's managed to get free. Now the ball in. He's having a pop! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well. That's it, 45 minutes up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Crystal Palace can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're underway for the second half. Crystal Palace leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Played out towards the right wing.
This is the time you need that pace.
Looking to play him in. Over to the right flank. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Crystal Palace with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Gissel! Harmlessly behind.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Mount. Dorgu. Bruno Fernandes. And the through ball. And Burmo finding himself in space. Caught offside that time. Riyad. Hughes. Mitchell. Wharton. Crystal Palace are still that goal to the good. Hughes. And the return pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Pino. A decent chance! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
The goal scorer after 58 minutes is number 10, Jeremy Pino.
Crystal Palace are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Now it's Mateta. That has not gone well. Mazraoui. Martinez. And it's Menu. Dorgu. No, again there's no way through. Gissel. Dorgu. Menu. And no, he's seen through all of that. Distributed tidily. Dorgu. Looking for options for movement. Shapes to shoot! And that's a tidy finish. Back to within 1. Interesting.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
After 67 minutes is
Manchester United cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Gissel. Now it's Sarr. He was under real pressure there. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It was all about the quality of... Oh, he's having a go! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He's had it taken off him. Ahmad. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now...
Chance for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Well, I think the defence deserves credit for the way they were quick to close him down.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Mount. Now then, the ball's come loose. Wharton. The ball has bounced loose now. And here's Mount. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Burmo. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Plays a sharp little ball here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Jeremy Pino.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Wharton. Jeremy Pino. That's really well cleared.
Substitution.
It's their second corner of the game. Mateta! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
I think we're just about done here. Martinez. Menu. A probing pass. Dorgu in acres of space out wide. So a bit of a revolving door here.
Substitution in
Lots
progress.
and lots of changes.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
4 added
Time
minutes
added
has
on,
been indicated.
4 minutes. Hughes charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's the keeper's ball. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Maguire. And that has left him in a heap. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And we're done. Crystal Palace pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Jeremy Pino taking in the...